And welcome back to Let's Play Live Alive. Last time, we tried to activate the Steel Titan, but it didn't exactly go to plan. Akira doesn't quite have the psychic power to make it work at this point. Now, I have actually currently wound the clock back a little bit, because I got a couple comments telling me that I missed a couple things. Shoutouts to Hannah Crucis and Captain Wedgie for informing me of this. You can actually continue the quest with Watanabe to get Taiko's panties/purse. So, let's just go back into the toilet and...
Okay, I've got it right this time, for sure.
Huh? What's this? Whoa! Taiko's secret stash!
Good job. Seems like you're not totally worthless after all.
You really think so?
Honestly, that makes me just feel kind of bad for Watanabe. So starved for affection, he just takes that backhanded compliment like a champ. Anyways, Taiko's secret stash slash panties is not really that valuable of an item, but you can refine it into some better stuff. Plus, it's a better piece of armor than the sweats that Akira starts out with. Now, before we jump back to where we are currently in the chapter, I do want to check out a couple things that I neglected to go over. There are a handful of locations that we can, well, 2 locations that we can visit at this point that I have yet to explore, and we may as well check out some of the other stuff as well. Don't want to fight any of these Crusaders, simply because it's not that necessary to do so. The first off is this bar. Now, I believe we are directed to come here later. Actually, I know we are directed to come here later. This is Matango Paradise. But you can come here right now and say, hey, this ain't no place for children. Come back when you're a little older, why don't you? If you read this person's mind, Matango. Beat it, kid. I don't stock milk. Reading this person's mind, Matango. Sensing a bit of a trend here. I just want a lover who'll melt like chocolate on a warm summer's day. It's poetic, man. But this guy, also just thinking about Matango. We can get Matango Light from some of the Crusaders on every once in a while when we defeat them, but I'm not really sure what this junk is. When I eat them, everything becomes so much clearer. Eat what? Matango? Interesting. Well, perhaps that'll become relevant later. Nothing to do with that right now. Now, heading over north, you may have noticed that there is a temple up north. Oh. Our Crusader is moving. We just want to head this way. This is another area that actually, well, it becomes relevant later. You never actually have to physically visit this area. Not in a direct fashion, shall we say. But you can come here at any point in the chapter before it becomes plot relevant. And there's this guy here.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, bird. Of all birds. Great feathered one, Lord of the heavens, I am ever your faithful follower.
Never heard a prayer like that before.
Oh, great Inca, hear my prayer.
The Great Inco and Odeo. Not really sure what that could all mean. Heading over this way, you can find, well, as soon as you go up these stairs, you will find that there is a rather tremendous statue of some kind of bird deity. Akira has nothing to say on it. The water that it's in, looks a little funky though. Not sure what the deal is with that. Before we return to the present, shall we say, and I'm not going to, I don't believe at the point where I am in the chapter, we can actually go back and get Taiko's secret stash at this point, so that's why I reloaded file to get this done right now. There's just one more thing we can check out. When this guy gets out of our way, we'll quickly break through here, go in the direction of the bar, and the area that I'm heading to, the Crusaders can be pretty annoying when they just blockade the areas that you want to go. Come on, move away. There we go. We can head over this way and into this big corporate building. Coming here right now, though, doesn't accomplish much because this guy, or these guys, rather, this is a research facility. You got an appointment with someone? Sure do.
Sure do.
Cute. Real cute. Get lost. Yeah, unfortunately, that does not work out. But this place will become important later. Let's reload to, well, not quite the present, closer to the present, because as you can see, I did some level grinding just to get to the level cap for this chapter, as well as a chance to get some robotic enhancements and some napalm bomb, sorry, lost my train of thought there. And as you can see, a lot of my equipment slots are a bit more filled out. I did take notes on what I did. Now, one thing to note about all the equipment, like the Watanabe's badge, the Matron's Crochet, all of the various Taiko's equipment, except for Taiko's Furious Fist, those all just upgraded into better pieces of armor, such as the Punk's Jacket or the Full Body Tights or Taiko's Picture. If you upgrade those 3 items that I mentioned, they will turn into Rider's Belts, an accessory, or Biker's Belts, sorry, an accessory that gives you 4 physical attack and 2 physical defense. If you upgrade the Biker's Belt, you will get the Jushin Wrestling Shirt. This gives you a huge amount of defense. What is that? That's 14 right there, plus 10 physical attack. It's even more cracked in the SFC version, where it gives 20 defense and 10 physical attack. It gives us the same physical attack in this version, but even better physical defense return, so really good stuff there. I took Akira's sneakers and upgraded them into steel-toed boots. Now, one thing to note about the steel-toed boots is that you can further refine them into biker's boots or rider's boots. I'm not sure which name they went with in this version. But those boots are actually inferior to the steel-toed boots. As you can see, the steel-toed boots give us 12 physical attack and 4 defense. The rider's boot give about half that, so not a worthwhile upgrade. If you are able to get another set of sneaks, Tadorimo can actually equip those, which is pretty good for him, but we do not have that, so that might be something that just has to wait. The cap that Akira has, if you upgrade that, it again turns into a worse item. Going over to Tadorimo, I have given him some new accessories outside of the Fine Pearls and the Biker's Belt. As you can see, he's got a Showa Chick launcher, a 100-volt laser, and a plasma spark. Now, these all just give 5 defense, but they can be used in battle as an attack item, or equipped to Tadorimo to teach him new skills. The chain for this is, starting with a napalm bomb, you can get if you refine that, you can get a stun gun, or a 100-volt laser, or a plasma spark like I have here. Upgrade those, and you can get a poison spray. Refine the poison spray, you can get a rock launcher slash stone cannon, or a Kotobiri Lacure. Upgrade that, you can get a angel bottle or a Kintoto cannon, is the SFC version. And then finally, if you refine one of those items, you get the Showa Chick launcher. I just went for the Showa Chick launcher there, since that's the strongest version of the chain of accessories you can get, from the stone cannon to the various other cannon type accessories. I could only do so many refinements, so I couldn't get the HD version names for all of these when I was doing that. But that's all the refinement that I can do for right now. There are a ton of accessories that we can refine that give various stat boosts, but probably the most notable one is, I forget what it's called. It's like the Mother's Pendant or the Nightmare Amulet or something like that. That gives, it gives some mild stat penalties to most of Akira's stat, but will give him plus 8 IQ, which is pretty good. One other thing to note that you can do with item refinement here is that any healing item you get, such as Matango Light, or even just the various snacks that we've gotten, you can repeatedly refine those, and the end result chain for these is always the number 9 potion. You may be wondering, what does the Taiko's secret stash or her panties refine into? Among other things, it can refine into a number 9 potion like this. It can also turn into a power wrist, a Punk's jacket. Nothing too terribly interesting, so not really worth going out of your way to grab. It's mostly just for funniness in the SFC version, or to make Akira seem like a jerk in the HD version. With all that taken care of, let's just try and... well, actually, you know what? No, let's get into a fight. Trying to avoid these Crusaders, but may as well show off some of the new skills we got. Once you have reached level 13, you will come across all of these M1 Psychers. These things are really annoying, but with all of the accessories we've got bumping our physical attack and the fact that they're weak to physical attacks, specifically the punch and kick attacks, that means that we deal pretty solid damage to them. One thing to note is that I'm not sure if the Taro punch attack that Tadorimo has actually scales off of his physical attack or not, because at this point the kick does a lot more damage from all the accessories I've given him. Now obviously, with all that leveling, I've got a bunch of new attacks here. We've seen Feel the Heat, but we've also got Guardian Angel, which is a light attack counter. Akira just needs to be in physical range of the enemy, or melee range, in order for this to counter when he gets attacked by them. Cold Day in Hell, which has good vertical AoE and can stun and slow the enemy, but it is a charge attack. Holy Smackdown is a physical attack that actually runs off of Akira's special attack stat. However, because of all of the equipment that we've gotten that's boosted our physical attack, plus just the relatively high base damage value for Elbow Strike. Elbow Strike is both faster and stronger than Holy Smackdown at this moment. That will change in due time, but for right now it's weaker than just Elbow Striking enemies, though it does have better AoE, or rather range to reach in. And then Devil's Due, as you can see, confuses the enemy or startles them, lowers their accuracy and evasion, does high damage, is a, I forget what it's called, we'll just call it a darkness attack. But it has a decent charge time. Of course, these things are resistant to that, so we'll just go in for our more practical attacks here.
Figured you out.
These guys have a bunch of attacks like well, not a bunch of attacks, Psycho Alpha, Psycho Gamma, and Charge. The Psycho attacks have a tendency to debuff your stats, which is pretty annoying. Let's check out Tadorimo's Chick Shot. This is his ultimate attack. As soon as we get through getting Venom sprayed at us by this guy. And it's the one attack that really does some worthwhile damage to enemies, as long as they don't resist it. Nice, got the stun there. But it does have a charge time, so you have to be mindful of that. But when used, rains chicks down on the enemy's head, deals pretty big damage, particularly if you pump up his physical attack with stuff like Rider's Belts, or Biker's Belts, like I've given to him. Hey, lucky. Hey, yes, I'm not crazy. Thank you, game. I knew that could happen. I knew you could get robotic enhancements without defeating all the robots in this version. Oh man, nobody has to comment on that. I'm not insane. I knew I saw that. Like, I was like, am I gaslighting myself here? Like, okay. So, this recording has already been a great success. I am so thankful that I confirmed that. Let's return to the orphanage. Heading into the orphanage here. Do note that the laundry line does eventually run out of equipment to grab, but you don't get sneaks or anything from it, or I think it was called b-ball kicks in this version, so it's not really worth exhausting its supply. You'll eventually get all the stuff that you can possibly want out of it anyway.
Stop, please!
What's going on out there?
Stay back! Where are you, Kenichi?
Out of the way. I got this.
So, we've got another fight against Crusaders. Unfortunately for them, we've been powering up quite a bit, so just check out what this elbow strike does to them. Nice. No weakness to exploit there. These guys are just going to waste time ineffectually chugging Matango, so we can take this opportunity to look at another one of the moves that Tadorimo has, such as the 100-volt laser. The AoEs on Tadorimo are so obnoxious to work with. As you can see, that whiffed entirely. That is a big problem with charge attacks, is sometimes they will just completely miss. You know what, let's use Cold Day in Hell. All of the Crusader thugs are pretty resistant to special-based attacks, but still, this should deal enough to finish off these losers. Yeah, there we go. More than enough.
Who's a badass? Screw this! Let's go! Let's go!
Get off me, you freaks! Kazu! Kenichi!
What is it? What's wrong? The Crusaders took Kazu.
They did what? Son of a...
Wait, let me come with.
Oh, what a perfect day. The wind in my hair, the sun on my face. Hey! Get out of the road, kid!
Sorry, bro. It's an emergency. Don't just stand there. I need backup.
Akira has Grand Theft Auto level bike jacking skills. Anyways, we've got to find Kazu, who of course has been taken by Crusaders. Why do they want children anyway? Creepy. So, what we've got to do here
Help!
is just follow the designated compass markers. I suppose you could turn the compass off to make this harder on yourself. And eventually Kazu will yell out for help for us.
Help me!
After a few instances of that,
Help!
eventually we'll corner these guys.
Over here! Help!
It's like chasing Croco in Super Mario RPG.
Help me!
Okay, not exactly. You don't have to get behind anything to pull this off, but you know what I mean.
Help!
I think that was a recycled voice clip there. Kazu, you're slipping.
Over here! Help!
With that, we finally push them into a dead end. And there is Lawless, aka Matsu, aka Kenichi. Told you this guy had a lot of names.
End of the line.
This asshole again. Always getting up in our business, hassling our guys. I'm sick of your shit.
Fellas, if you couldn't take on Akira by himself, plus Tadarimo, how do you think you're gonna handle once Lawless joins the battle? Let's see here. We'll use our handy-dandy Devil's Due technique. We'll have a little bit of a stab there, but nothing too threatening.
I know what you're afraid of.
This one has a pretty cool animation. And pretty good damage, honestly. Also, that guy is stunned, confused, dazed. I'm actually not too sure what that element is, but luckily there is an icon guides thing here, so let's just take a look at this. Confusion, unable to move as intended. So he probably just moves randomly once he's inflicted with that. Let's do Plasma Spark, a rare bit of AoE for Tadarimo. It's pretty mediocre. I believe the 100 volt laser and the plasma spark both run off of his his special attack stat, which is much worse for him. So there's a bit of a limit to how effective these attacks can be. Hey, a napalm grenade! I can make another accessory for him.
Holy crap!
Why are you snatching people? Spill it.
Huh? 'Cause screw you! That's why!
Alright, I think we have just the way to get the secrets out of these guys. Well, I would think so, anyway. Ah, right here.
Keep your mouth shut. Still gotta round up 2,000 more strays for that scuba lab boys. And that general... oh boy.
Well, let's relay that information to Lawless Matsu. I'm not sure what to call him.
Know anything about a lab in Tsukuba or a general?
Hell with it. Guess I'm going to scuba. We're done here.
Hey, wait! Wait for me!
I gotta say, the background ambient noise in this area is kind of creepy. You guys got anything else to say?
You'll pay for this!
Yeah, you guys seem to be just talk. I'm not too afraid of you. Granted, that's not to say they aren't dangerous. Definitely do not take guys who go around just kidnapping children lightly. But for right now, I think we've thoroughly and competently dealt with them. Let's get back to the orphanage real quick and see what the situation is there. Hopefully Kazu is settled back in. Heading into here, we're not going to raid the clothesline anymore. We've done all we've needed to with that. Let's get over to here. Not this door, not this door. By the way, there is a character I kind of just neglected to mention. There's an orphanage director, some old woman, and we haven't actually seen her in this playthrough yet. I'll try and look for her in a bit.
He already left. No! I won't tell! Read my mind all you want! I won't tell you where Matsu's gone! He said he might not come back. He made me promise I wouldn't tell you!
Damn it, Matsu. Always gotta play the tough guy. Good thing I already know you're going to scuba.
Yeah, it's not exactly a well-kept secret, Matsu. Let's head over here just to see if I can't find the orphanage director. Looks like all the children have adjourned. Perhaps they're in the TV room over there. Here's the classroom. Let's see. Yeah, there they are over there. Might as well go talk to them. What's on TV?
SNN News. Authorities have received more than 1,500 missing person reports since the start of this year.
Huh. Things are getting a little intense out there. I did also read that you can watch TV for a little bit more of the wrestling match. I personally... Ooh, wait, what's that over there? I see a sparkly. I gotta take it. Oh, what's this? Whoa, a shampoo hat. This is what your cap can upgrade into. I believe it gives you defense against water type attacks, but it has worse defense, so... And there's no water type. There's the orphanage director. Or the matron, rather. I've been calling Taika the matron. I mean, I guess she's co-matron. Where would we be without Matsu? I shudder to think. You got any thoughts on this situation? Oh, Watanabe. I do hope you find your father soon, you poor thing. What if they try to kidnap me next? Father, I hope you come for me soon. I don't know, Watanabe. It's not looking too good based on your name. Good to see you're still in one piece, Kazu. That's what happens when you don't go to sleep when Taiko says. Ha! You should have been there. Bro and Matsu kicked the crap out of him. I was so scared I nearly pissed myself. I feel you, kid. I feel you. If I'd been there, I'd have crushed him with a tiger driver. I'm sure you would have, Yuki. It's good to dream big. I'm glad you're back, Kazu. Aw, she does care. And Taiko, what do you guys say? Well, thank goodness you're alright. If you're looking for Kenichi, he's gone to check on Kaori. Already taking care of that. You're so behind on the plot. I knew we could count on you, Kenichi. Just hope you'll be here next time, too. Alright, can we still watch this TV at this point? No, that's passed us by, but it's nothing critical. Now, before we move on to the next sequence in the game, if you have any snacks, Matango lights, whatever, it's a good idea at this point to refine them into potion number 9s, because we are heading to Tsukuba. Remember how we got turned away before? Well, that's not going to be the case anymore. Before we do that, though, let's mess around a little bit. I've mentioned up until this point that the teleport skill can fail, and when it fails, it won't prevent you from running from battle, but it will drop you in a random location. And you'll know if it failed in this version of the game if you get a loading screen, because that means it sent you into a new area, so it had to load it in. So let's try a couple times. If I keep getting successful teleports, then I'll just cut to when I get my first failure. Okay, that's how we know it's successful. So as you can see, we ended up in the laundry room. I swear, I think I'm getting worse with these teleports. Akira has a variety of comments depending on where he gets warped to. There's also some special scenes that you can get depending on when you get teleported to, including one I believe got censored out of this version, but I'm not sure on that. I'll be checking teleports in the SFC version when I get a chance. Let's see, I don't know if, depending on where you are in the chapter, if the potential teleport scenes you can get changes. There are some things that result in certain events, or, well, rather certain events that result in these circumstances for specific characters to change in the chapter, which would probably interfere with the scenes you can get with them. Hey, here's another encounter, the Hebel Slab. These guys are weak to your darkness type attacks, but that's neither here nor there. Obviously, as you can tell by looking at them, they're pretty resistant to physical stuff, but it's pretty easy to just carpet bomb the area with Devil's Due at this point if they show up. Alright, I'll cut ahead until I get another teleport failure. I'm not going to do too much of these today. I will be trying to get that special scene that I mentioned and put it in the next video. But for right now, we're in a hurry, so we'll just do a couple more failures and then call it a day. Just wanted to point out a new encounter I got here. What are these? The Kyokushin units, and of course the bulldozer, and then here is a Crusader road captain. Nothing too interesting, I just wanted to point out that it's another encounter that you can potentially get. Remember, in the SFC version, at any given level, you'll always get the same encounter repeatedly. Hey, another failure. Alright, so this one just put us in the living room. How the hell did I end up here? Alright. Teleport. Whoops. Let's go for one more and see what we get. And I just ended up in the laundry room again. I swear, I think I'm getting worse with these teleports. So we're just gonna leave that for now. Nothing too terribly interesting. It's just a mild annoyance that you have to deal with. I don't think you get teleported to any area except random rooms in the orphanage, but if anybody knows any more interesting teleportation failures that you can get, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll try to get recordings of them. I don't feel like just doing that repeatedly, though. It's not terribly interesting for me, and it's of minor interest to somebody watching this Let's Play, I'm sure. This is a research facility. You got an appointment with someone? As a matter of fact, I do. Appointment?
Nah, I don't have an appointment. But I do have a friend who needs help.
What the hell? Man, Akira, we're not on the same wavelength at all. Anyways, we've got some suits here. What are these guys weak to, if anything? They're weak to martial types attacks, but we could also just go up and Devil's Due, and that will probably deal some pretty decent damage as well. Let's see, this guy's gonna crouch control us. Ugh. Of course, there goes my attack interrupted. Let's just have Tarimo do a chick shot here. These guys can also attempt to put you asleep with their hypnotic rays. See how much damage this does. They do resist it, but it's not enough for them to actually survive it. Let's go for a holy smackdown here, since this guy is vulnerable to it. Pretty good damage, pretty good damage. Particularly once Akira gets the ability to augment his special attack a bit more. Alright, heading over this way. Hey, kid! Also note at this point that we can get experience from these guys, which are pretty nice. Anyways, we'll just go for some boring elbow strikes on these guys. Nothing too fancy required for these boys. And I don't really care if they use Psycho Alpha on me. It's of no importance. And just go for a Tadarimo kick. Oh, I should have gone for the punch then. These guys must have some relatively potent physical defenses if you don't hit their weakness. Fortunately, Elbow Strike will do us just fine here. There we go. They also must have much lower special defense. When I was using Holy Smackdown on the Crusader robots, it was doing a lot less damage than the Elbow Strikes. Alright, we are in the Tsukuba facility, and there are a couple of things of note here. Hey, kid! Some of these guys will have robot Dobermans with them. That's not much of a big deal. You can just run up and elbow strike these guys, and the Dobermans will go down no problem. I really wouldn't recommend fighting the Dobermans. They're fairly resilient to most of your attacking option, and at this point, we're past where we could get anything that I really care about from these things. So we'll just ignore them, let them be. There are quite a few things to do in the Tsukuba building. Can I help you, sir? Cute little kid. Not from the most well-to-do family, judging by his clothes. How judgmental. Heading over this way, we've got another guy. We can avoid these guys, though. I don't particularly care about the experience that they give me. Let's see, what do you got to say, friend? You shouldn't be here. How do you get past security? Well, your security's not exactly up to snuff. They can't really throw hands with Akira. Huh? Who let you in? Man, I wish they'd read me into the top secret project. What top secret project? I have a feeling we can't really interview him about that. Here, we can use the toilet. Where did you come from? Yeah, you can sit on the toilet and you will get attacked. But not just that. If you sit on it repeatedly, you will get attacked repeatedly. There is no limit to the amount of times you can sit on the toilet and get attacked, so if you are patient enough, you can actually sit on that toilet enough times to get up to the level cap, because these guys, they never stop giving experience. Shouldn't you be... Well, not the level cap. Okay, when I mean level cap, I mean level 16 when you actually learn techniques. What did you say? Sorry. Shouldn't you be with someone? He looks a bit slow. Hey! That's so cruel. Huh? This is no place for children. This job is the worst. Awful pay, no time off. I legitimately have no idea how old Akira is supposed to be. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. I mean, maybe they mean kid, like in the Scooby-Doo meddling kids sense. Should I call someone, or... Anyway, as you can see, these lockers are glowing. And we can find a fragmentation grenade. This is your chance to get a bunch of attack items, which allows you to craft some accessories. The throwing knife is a particularly notable one. It can be refined into stuff like fragmentation grenades and napalm grenades, but it can also be refined into an accessory itself. And the accessory it refines into, it is the only way you can get that accessory, and by extension, the only way you can get that attack item for Taro Imo. Hey, who said you could come in here? He's someone's dumbass kid. Good to see these people have good respect for my intelligence. Oh, there's throwing knife here. A fragmentation grenade. This fellow over here. Even if my leave was approved, I'd barely get enough pay for 3 square meals, let alone a vacation. I know that feel. What's with the kid? Shouldn't you be in school or something? It's killing me. The mystery surrounding the secret project. The second time we've heard about a secret project. What could that be about? Well, we're gonna have to wait until the next video to find that out, because I've been kind of sidestepping this. The Tsukuba building is actually more or less the final dungeon of this chapter. Yeah, the end comes up on you really quick. This chapter is extremely fast in the HD version, because they directly signpost where you're supposed to go. In the SFC version, you do a lot more wandering to figure out what you're exactly supposed to be doing. But we are on track to actually finish this chapter now, so I'm gonna cut it here and dedicate the rest of the Tsukuba building, as well as, of course, the ending and final boss of the chapter, to the next video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you then. Goodbye!